Patrick. Chama maskini tu. Ndio umeona? Patrick.
They say ukiona vyelea jua vimeumbwa. That is one proverb that many people take time to understand, but only a few minutes to embrace. They say education is the best armor in life. Education is the only currency that does not depreciate in the world market. Money was the only person who had passed in his village. He was the only person who had finally in the country. I am telling you, every villager was happy. Every villager was ready to raise enough funds for Omondi's education.
We all know that Omondi has really worked hard and gone to the best university in Kenya.
Yeah.
Therefore, we will not much further ado I call upon each and everyone to come and contribute for Omondi, so that he can have something to go to school, some bus fare, some food to eat on the road, and also not forgetting some pocket money. Chief, uko na swali? Uliza mwanangu. School fees zinatoka wapi? School fees will be paid by HELB bwana. Ai bwana, na hiyo HELB ni nini? HELB is that not for students? Ama uko jahazi ya students?
Chief, it is an HELB ni government sponsored students pekee.
Government anawa? Students.
Government sponsored.
Okay. Therefore, it means that we shall even contribute for the school fees so that he can go to do that. Bwana. Therefore, we know much further ado. In the spirit of African socialism, I call each and a part of you to come and contribute. Please, may I have your contribution?
Everyone was happy, and even everybody, and they contributed a lot of money for Omondi's education.
Yes. Mama Tia Kasawino, 500,000.
The only digital laptop in the village.
The only digital laptop. M-Pesa kutoka from our senator. Makofi jamani. Yes. Yes, Bwana Matende Chere. The sale is garden. Thank you very much.
And then, it was time for advice. Imagine, even those who have never seen a school gate, but they have advice Omondi.
Yes, please, Omondi, step on the ground here, boy. Come on here. Yes. Thank you, my boy. Yes. Now, our son must go to the university with full pack knowledge. Boy. Yes. The first of all I'm going to call is our chief elder, Mama Tia Kasawino.
Yes. Omondi, congratulations.
Yes.
See, you have really made us proud.
Yes.
But do not let the wave the city blow you with its evil, Omondi.
Yes.
Sasa, kuna mambo mawili muhimu nataka kukuambia.
Yes.
Kitu ya kwanza, ukienda huko shule, wachana na pombe.
Alcohol.
Kitu ya pili, Omondi, mambo ya wasichana, wachana nayo.
Wacha kabisa.
Sasa, Omondi, hiyo ndio kutosha. Tia bidii.
Yes. The next one.
Na wasichana wa my dress, my choice.
Wacha. Yes. The next person I'm going to go to stage is our son must go with God. Must go with Nyasai. Our God must, our student. Yes, Pastor Kanyaga.
Asante sana Bwana Chief. Asante. Praise God.
Amen.
Praise God again. Leo tunafuraha sana. Omondi kuja hapa. Kuna mambo mawili nataka kukuambia tu muhimu sana. Ukienda JKUAT.
Ukienda huko.
JKUAT.
Hivyo.
Usisahau na Mungu.
Don't forget with God.
Umweke mbele.
Put God in front.
Jambo la pili.
The second thing.
Nena kutoka roho.
His heart is telling his
Roho ananiambia.
His heart is telling
Omondi utaenda mbali.
you are going to Juja.
Hata Juja najua si karibu.
Juja is fine. Nairobi.
Omondi, na ukienda huko.
Omondi, when you go there.
Jambo la mwisho na muhimu.
The second thing he said.
Usisahau kupanda bego.
You have to climb your seat.
Ukifuata hayo utaenda mbali.
You will go far.
Asante sana Bwana Chief.
We are grateful.
Kabla niondoke, nipigie makofi tafadhali.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to call the next person on stage, Bwana Omondi. Donge, boy, unaenda wapi? Yes, where are you going? Yes, stay here. Donge. The next person I'm going to call on stage. It is the best businessman in Africa. Yes, Captain wa Fisherman.
Omondi, mimi sikusoma sana. Nimefika darasa la 5. Na kila kitu nilifanya hizi endelee na masomo. Walikuwa swali nilipoka mtihani kaleta utani. Wakasema kanisa sentensi ifuatayo. Watoto napenda samaki. Kanisa nini hapo baba? Usileta ugali. Sasa wewe ukifika shule, fanya hivi. Weka Mungu mbele.
Mungu kwanza.
Alafu masomo.
Masomo.
Utapita. Sika kalamu. Asante.
Thank you very much. Come on. Yes. Hiyo wangu umesikia. Yeah, ndio tuendelee.
They say it gets worse before it gets better. Finally, Omondi arrived in Nairobi, but in utter confusion. He was not sure whether he was in Nairobi or Cape Town. Lucky enough, he met a friend who showed the way to Juja.
Hey, what's up? What's up? How can I help you?
I've lost my thing.
Oh, sorry. Which hall are you looking for?
Hall 5.
Hall 5?
Yes.
Oh, fine. Then come this way, I'll show you, okay?
Help me.
Let's go. By the way, I'm called Karanja.
Yes.
And for matters concerning photocopying, printing, even copying assignments, please look for me, okay? Let's go. You just manage it. Don't worry, yeah? You are a good boy. You come to the university.
I want to see you. That person.
Oh, by the way, don't worry.
Yes.
This is a normal character, but just give him time to metamorphosize. By the time you see these funny dressed ladies, it won't be this way again. Okay? So just let's go. Fine.
Soon enough, he was able to make friends with the long lines in mess, micro comrades who sometimes insisted on sharing a bed with him, missing clothes in the lines, and even looking for classes in buildings he had no clue of. SCC, he had no clue.
Hey, excuse me.
Hello, are you a fresher? You can't even hug someone.
No.
Okay, what do you want?
Can you show me where NSC is?
NSC.
Yes.
What do I get in return if I show you?
Well, if you don't want to show me, let me go.
I'll show you, baby boy.
Hey, don't touch me. I'm not going with you. Hey.
Nevertheless, Omondi never gave up. He knew mchaka cha mvunguni ni sharti ainame, na Omondi akainama. He walked in his own path, stumbling, rising. He fretted in the morrow, cried to his sorrows. As young as he was, Omondi never believed in failure. Trust me, Omondi never used to fail. He used to postpone his success. In the scorching sun, he was like a patch of shade. In the endless desert, Omondi built an oasis of hope. He fearlessly frolicked in the sea of innovation and research. He never hesitated to swim against the tide. 4 years down the line, Omondi is now graduating, and everyone, and I mean every villager, wants to be a part of Omondi, and they hired a flight all the way from Kisumu to celebrate his graduation. Nyamura Express.
Yes! No, come on! Welcome everyone! Welcome, congratulations Omondi! Yes! We know that we have not arrived in Juja.
Yes.
We have actually landed in Juja. Isn't it?
Yes.
It is thanks to our UK Express Airbus. Beginning of Omondi. Thank you very much. Yes! We know that Omondi has really worked hard despite of challenges in the university.
Yes.
And the Kikakabua and the Melissa Sunday. Omondi is now a full accredited engineer by the ERB and East African Board of Engineers. Omondi. You know that? Oh, yes. Take one. Equal is the best. Actually, in East, Central, and even in Sub-Saharan Africa. Makofi kwa Jekwa.
Hata mimi mtoto wangu ataenda wapi?
And that was
Igiza Arts Production.
you don't know.
As the chairman of the Alumni Association, I would like to take this opportunity to extend to you a warm welcome as you join the community of JKUWAT alumni. Always remember what we say. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. And working together is success. The challenge now is for us alumni to work together. To this end, the Alumni Association has established a business incubation center The facility is located in Nairobi's Kilimani area along Woodlands Road, and it will provide office space for business ventures of our members while also offering training to alumni, students, and university staff. This shared space is fully equipped with a welcoming reception, a spacious boardroom, high-speed internet, among other facilities. I beseech all alumni to visit this center. I encourage the new graduates to visit the alumni tent right behind here today and sign up for space. Let the next big idea that will positively impact the world come from our Alumni Business Center. Dear graduates, graduating from JKUAT has given you an incredible advantage over others in our generation. The values you have been taught, the struggles you have survived, and the diploma and degree you are about to receive have prepared you to compete with anybody, anywhere.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I would like to recognize the following visitors. The first one is Dr. Nkosazana Lamini Zuma, the Chairperson, African Union Commission. Dr. Belio Kipsang, Principal Secretary, Minister of Education, Science and Technology. Mr. Adan Mohammed, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Industrialization and Enterprise Development. Professor Geoffrey Mariaso Olemaloi, who is our Chancellor, JKUAT. Dr. Khadija Shikeli, Council Member, JKUAT. Feni Wakisha, Council Member, JKUAT. Bertha Dena, Council Member, JKUAT. Dr. Rosa Mololo, Council Member, JKUAT. Professor James Wabaksha, representing the Director, African Union, IBRA. We have Ambassador Catherine Muigai Mwangi, who is at the Kenyan Embassy, Ethiopia. Dr. Madabu Tsunoda, Chief Advisor, Africa AI Japan Project. Noburu Yumoto, Consultant and Renewable Energy Planning, JICA Bright Project. Jean Kimaiki, Chief Representative, JICA Ethiopia Office. Hideo Eguchi, Chief Representative, JICA Kenya Office. Honorable Nasra Ibrahim, MP Marsabit County, Kenya National Assembly. Professor Philip Ngujiri, who is the Chancellor, Masai Mara University. Koji Nakai, Advisor, NHK International. The Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, Professor Isaac Adewale. The Rector, Pan-African University, Professor Belay Kasa. Professor George Eshiwani, Chairman of Council, Technical University of Kenya. Professor Jafet Mathooko, Principal, Machakos University College. Professor Gunduru Revadi, representing Aga Khan University. Kenji Yokota, Deputy Chief of Mission, Embassy of Japan in Ethiopia. Dr. Marshall Ikuonga, the Human Resources, Science and Technology Commission, African Union. Professor Matthew Abatan, Director, Pan-African University. Professor Dr. Gladys Mwiti, Chairperson, Council, Cooperative University of College. Professor Mohamud Jama, Chairman of Council, Murang'a University College. Hiroshi Shimomuna, Chief Producer, NHK International. Yokutari Yoshuda, Project Coordinator, JICA Bright Office. Professor Jafet Magambo, Vice Chancellor, Meru University Meru University of Science and Technology, Tashushi Terada, Ambassador of Japan of Kenya. Professor Ratemo Micheka, Chairman of Council, Kenyatta University. Beyene Rusoma, Eritrean Ambassador to Kenya. We have Dr. Beatrice Njenga, Head of Education, African Union Commission.
Allow me to say the following very few words in that recognition of that celebration. And I would like to borrow the words of a revolutionary, as many of you may not know. And this is just a coincidence, a fellow countryman from Dr. Zuma's. A man called the Tlapa, the president of Pan-Africanist Congress, who, addressing a similar occasion as this one, sometimes back in South Africa, said that you are all achievers today, Your graduation today is a historic achievement. You sacrificed sleep and burned the midnight oil. You sacrificed leisure time to be where you are today. You cannot achieve anything in life unless you're prepared to sacrifice. And sacrifice means giving away something good in exchange for something better. What you call achievement today, ladies and gentlemen, should be just a stepping stone to greater achievement. Let your achievement today be the change we so desperately need in our respective communities, our country, Africa, and the world. I also like to borrow yet some wisdom from another African scholar, Nahim Akbar, as if referring to your achievement today, and he reminds us that our humanity is defined and distinguished by the development of knowledge, particularly self-knowledge. The education that we receive must offer us a true and valid identity. It must transmit a legacy of competence, a legacy of acquired humanities, and ultimately a shared vision. Therefore, the award of the degrees today challenges you as you venture out where they are to work on the kind of vision for Kenya your acquired education will guarantee. Be the ambassadors of this great institution by using your acquired knowledge to transform our beloved country. Africa can only change if you apply your knowledge to the myriad of problems facing it today.
I would have liked to express myself in French or Lingala, better to translate the depth of my feeling at this marvelous moment. But I would not like to give a bad example to this African youth in quest of role models by seeming to be alive. Actually, 1 year ago, during my first visit to Palestine Institute hosted by G.K. White, I was faced with student complaints over linguistic challenges. At the moment, I invited both trainers and students to overcome this unfortunate handicap without complaining. As an English learner myself, I'm glad now to notice the effects of my invitation. I'm also pleased that during the recent discussion held with the Vice Chancellor of G.K. White, she revealed that the whole of the university has implemented a new program to meet up with the linguistic challenge. Beyond the need to train the African continent, a new Pan-African elite for tomorrow's challenges, one of the most important missions of the Pan-African University is to serve as a tool for the achievement of our shared ambition for continental integration. I strongly believe that the positive handling of the linguistic challenge brings up a good image for African youth.
On behalf of the government of Japan and as a representative of all supporters to PAU, I'd like to congratulate all graduates gathered here today. Ningependa kuwapongeza wahitimu wote. I think today is a very special day for Africa because the first graduation ceremony of PAU. So we have Her Excellency Dr. Zuma here today. African Union Commission launched the Pan-African University PAU initiative in 2008. This project is also hosted in other African countries. At the same time, some countries beyond Africa, such as Japan, India, Sweden, Germany, and EU, have been in the PAU project as lead thematic partner, LTP in short. I'd like to emphasize that these participations means that countries in the world have high expectations of PAU.
Every year, the university commits significant resources in support of research enterprise. In the current financial year, sir, JKUAT has set aside over 90 million Kenya shillings to this end. However, this is hardly sufficient. Hence, we urge our government to increase research funding to public institutions in line with the constitutionally stipulated 2% of the GDP. Ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that universities' operations and service delivery standards meet international thresholds, JKUAT is in the final stages of attaining ISO 14001-2004 certification on environmental management systems. Besides reducing environmental risks and increase the effective utilization of resources, the university is poised to enhance its competitiveness for external research funding upon certification. Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me now to pass my heartfelt felicitations to the graduates before us. Dear graduates, your success today is a result of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. May I also recognize the unwavering support from your parents, guardians, and sponsors. These stakeholders committed themselves because they understood that education is the most effective tool to transform your lives and those of others.
Recent strike really came to me as a shock because the Vice Chancellor and the university management, we have always had our student at heart, and when we had talks with them, they were the first to tell us that we really don't have any problems because the management is open for dialogue. And what I want to ask our students, really, you really make yourself look so primitive to throw stones on passing vehicles, to burn laboratories and break glasses, and yet you want to consider yourself that you are the cream of society. We are open for dialogue at any time, and you can call us, the Vice Chancellor, the Chairman of Council, and myself, and I'm sure when we sit down, we'll be able to solve some of the problems.
There has been some criticisms and challenges, be it at the pace at which people come out of university, but I want to urge university administration to pay a lot of attention in listening to the private sector to make sure that people who graduate find it much more easy to fit in the private sector and drive their skills as they continue to grow. And to the students, I encourage you not to be, hard on yourselves, on the administration. I also want to appeal to the private sector as well as government institutions to provide our students whilst they're in colleges with internship opportunities so that they continue to learn, but at the same time get practical experience as they go forward.
Her essential and a myriad of contributions to preventive medicine, the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology confers upon her the degree of Doctor of Science, Public Health, honoris causa, DSc, PH.
I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Science in Public Health, honoris causa, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give power to read and to do all that appertains to this degree.
personalities who are here, excellencies, ambassadors, and heads of the diplomatic corps, graduates and their families, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. A very warm greetings on behalf of the African Union Commission, especially to the cadre of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology and the Pan-African University students who are graduating today. And a special congratulations to the parents, the guardians, the sponsors, the families of the students who we know have sacrificed so much to ensure that their children are educated and have the possibilities of a better life. Congratulations to the management of the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, the Pan-African University, and the government and people of Kenya for working tirelessly to make this day happen. Let me begin by expressing my gratitude and honor in accepting the special award of Doctor of Science in Public Health Honoris Causa conferred on me by the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. I feel very humbled because I know this university is very well, it is a university that every university in Africa likes to be like, and it's also very well recognized internationally, so it is indeed a humbling honor for me to be part of this university. And of course, my deepest personal gratitude and sincere appreciation of the African Union Commission to this university for the honor, because I take it that this honor is not only bestowed on me, but also on the commission. And I would also just like to, as a doctor myself, a medical doctor myself, to dedicate this award to the industrious and selfless health workers across the continent, and this accolade for everyone who has done a service to health in Africa or contributed one way or another to the strengthening of health services on the continent. It is a lodestar for us to continue giving our time, energies, and resources to the health of our people. Before I go on with my speech, I would just like to humbly correct something on my citation. I know I shouldn't do it, but since it was public, I did my house jobs in 1 year, 6 months at Frontier Hospital and 6 months at the Canadian Red Cross Hospital. Thank you. Graduates, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we're particularly proud of our graduates today because you are pioneers, a cadre of young professionals that will move forward the enduring Pan-African project of a continent that is integrated, people-centered, peaceful, and prosperous. As you get ready to move to the next stage of your lives, we are just about to conclude the continental vision for the next 50 years, Agenda 2063, the Africa we want. This agenda was done through a wide consultation, not only with governments, but mainly with African citizens across different sectors. And it sets out our aspirations for the Africa we want and the key priorities on which we must act in order to achieve this aspiration. And this includes a concerted and sustained investment in African human capital. And I'm very happy to hear how committed Kenya is to doing precisely that. And by ensuring universal access to health care, nutrition, water, sanitation, clean energy, and shelter. It includes making sure that our children and our young people everywhere have access to quality schooling, to vocational, technical, and higher education, and that we support the participation of African children and youth in science, maths, engineering, and technology. Without investment in our human capital, in the generations here before us, we will not be able to build and maintain our infrastructure, not in energy, transport, ICT, irrigation. We will not be able to build the productive capacities of our economies. We will not be able to beneficiate and add value to our natural resources and expand our manufacturing and services. Without a skills revolution on our continent, we will not modernize and raise our agricultural productivity. We will remain dependent on food imports when, as a continent, we have more than adequate land and water resources. I am a firm believer that this is what will be a game changer for Africa, investing in our young men and women, so that they become the innovators, the drivers, and energizers of Agenda 2063. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Africa suffers a disproportionate share of global burden of disease, both communicable and non-communicable. And the Ebola crisis we face is an illustration of this. We therefore reaffirm the unwavering resolve and dedication of the African Union to the building of strong and resilient health services, which are capable of dealing with the epidemics as we have seen in Ebola. The tragedy of the Ebola virus disease and its impact on the affected countries has forced us to refocus attention on the resilience of our health systems. In addition, it forced us to respond in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. The African Union, its member states, have responded in a number of ways, with our major focus on the mobilization of health workers to support the national systems to cope with these health emergencies. We, from August, have been asking for health volunteers. We already have health teams in all 3 countries. And we have also asked member states to give us more health workers to send to these countries. And we are happy to say that a number of governments have responded positively. We also held a roundtable business meeting on the 8th of November, asking business to also come to the party to give resources so that we can indeed look after these health workers when they are in these countries, and also give some of their capacities and capabilities. And we are very happy to say there was a very good response from a variety of business people. And I would like to say today that we are in the process of working on an SMS platform that will be used across the continent by all the cell phone companies to raise additional resources from African citizens for a collective effort against Ebola. This will be launched in December, and if you send that SMS, you contribute $1 towards the fight against Ebola. So I hope many of our citizens will join. And I must also take this opportunity to thank the government and the people of Kenya for volunteering additional health workers. And we will work with you towards their early deployment. Let me also take this opportunity to pay tribute to all the dedicated health workers, especially African volunteers, who have taken the cudgel to be deployed in the Ebola-affected countries. Their demonstration of solidarity, dedication, selflessness, and Pan-Africanism reaffirms our collective humanity. All they need from us is our collective support and encouragement, and a warm welcome when they come back to our countries, but never to stigmatize them. Ladies and gentlemen, as we mark the graduation of one cohort of the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology and the Pan-African University graduates, it is assuring to note that our fight against disease and poverty on the continent has been reinforced by all of you young people, fresh academic talents. This was in fact the main idea behind the Pan-African University, and it is a special honor for the African Union that this pioneer group is graduating, having successfully undergone the coursework and research required for their degree. But of course, it's the 54 Pan-African graduates are like a drop in the ocean. What I'm saying also applies to the 3,000 graduates from the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. The world at the start of the millennium declared...
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present the following 29 graduates who during the 2013-2014 academic year satisfied the School Board of Examiners and the Senate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Entrepreneurship, Procurement and Management. Doctor of Philosophy, Business Administration, Kerapo, Supervisors, Professor Kakure, Professor Dr. Katuse, Dr. George Orwa, Ngeno John Kipyegon, Supervisors, Professor G.S. Namusonge, Dr. Kennedy Tere, Kibitu Joseph Wambua, Supervisors, Dr. Patrick Ngugi, Dr. Geoffrey Gekara, Kosiko John Cherudet, Supervisors, Dr. Patrick Ngugi, Dr. Mwoni Kekara, and George Orwell. Okwach, Supervisors, Professor Kakure, Professor Ogutu, Dr. Kahiri. Ngugi Simon Kimani, Supervisors, Professor Kakure, Dr. Kekara, Dr. Kahiri. Swale Nur Ismail, Supervisors, Dr. Iravo, Dr. Guyo. Kimengich, Supervisors, Professor Kakure, Dr. Katuse, Dr. Waititu. Doctor of Philosophy and Entrepreneurship, Nduyo, Supervisors, Professor Mukulu, Professor Turua. Muriuki Erastus Soronjo, Supervisors, Professor Namusonge, Dr. Karanja. Paul Samson Nyangao, Supervisors, Professor Mukulu, Dr. Mungatu. Karugu, Supervisors, Robert Kichira and Mike Iravo, Dr. Mike Iravo. Kinwa, Supervisors, Professor Mukulu, Dr. Waititu. Ndungu, Supervisors, Dr. Kichira, Professor Mwangi, Dr. Wajao.
power to read and to do all that pertains to these degrees.
Graduates, please remain studying until the degree is confirmed.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present the following 21 graduates who during the 2013-2014 academic year satisfied the School Board of Examiners and the Senate for award of the degree of Master of Science in the School of Civil, Environmental and Geospatial Engineering. Master of Science in Geospatial Information System.
I have the honor to present the following two graduates who during the 2013-2014 academic year satisfied the School Board of Examiners and the Senate for the award of the degree of Master of Science in the School of Electrical, Electronic and Information Engineering. Master of Science in Telecommunication Engineering, Jerry Paul Wawero, Onim Anthony Ochege.
Having satisfied the University Board of Examiners and the Senate in all subjects for which you were enrolled, trained, and examined, it gives me great pleasure to grant you the respective diplomas.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now hand over all the graduates of our 24th graduation ceremony back to their parents, guardians, and the society for their service to the nation and the continent. Acting on the powers conferred by the Universities Act No. 42 of 2012, Section 39, 2A and B, and the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology Charter, Section 17, I declare the 24th congregation of the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology dissolved.